Here we have the new movie edition, Eva Test Type 01, from the movie Evangelion 2.0, You Cannot Advance. So let's have a quick look at this box, because we've seen lots of these Eva boxes now. It's pretty much the same thing. Nothing much interesting going on here on the sides. Let's have a look at the back. We've seen them before. Let's get rid of this and see what cool features are on the bottom of the box. Ooh, bendy feet, great. Mouth action. Someone else's shoulder pads. Already enough of this. Assembly board. Are we feeling lucky? Are we feeling lucky? Don't be purple. Don't be purple. Don't be purple. Yes! Another colour other than purple. Oh, wait, green. What colour are the other ones? I've forgotten. So Eva. Not again. So here we have everything out of the box. Alrighty, so if we take a quick look at Unit 2's backpack. So included with Unit 1 is the replacement backpack, as seen on the back of the box, where O2 can take the knife out of her shoulder pad. And the way this works is, this is on a little tab, can move forward and back, and as you can see just up here, you have a little tab again for the knife to be attached to. So if we have a quick look at the knife, you can see there's a gap in the centre and a hole at the top. Now this allows you to take the backpack and stick it in there, tab it in like so. So with the knife attached to the backpack, it looks like this. I have to say, I do like the look. It also comes with the handy dandy box to hold your little extras in. The cool thing about this box is once you fill it up with junk, you can stack them. So you take the other ones and they all just pop together, which is pretty cool for keeping all the Eva gear in one place. So starting at the back, we get the 2 swords, the progressive knife, the pellet gun, the umbilical cord, and 4 sets of replacement hands and 3 customs. These are the exact same hands that are included with Unit 2, the only difference being a shiny purple finish rather than the matte grey. So on the left we've Unit 2's hand, which is just a dull grey, where on the right we've the shiny purple from Unit 1. But as you can see, the sculpt is identical. If you want to see the hands in more detail, check out the Unit 2 review. So here we have the sword that comes with the new Evangelion. Looks very nice. Now, it's actually a slight downgrade from the one that originally came with Unit 00, which I'll show you now. So on the left we have the new movie edition, and on the right we have the old one that came with Unit 0. As you can see, there's a darker shade of grey used on the new one, while the old one has a brighter grey, but also panel lining, which is really nice, which brings out the detail in the sword. The same detail is here, but it just isn't highlighted, which is a shame. So here we have the short blade, again, same colouring, but darker grey and no panel lining. So if we look at the progressive knives, there's a slight variation in the colour of the hilt, and at the bottom we've got black rather than grey. Now the shade of red is slightly different, but that could just be down to a paint app. Once again, the pellet gun, which we have seen so many times before. So Unit 1 comes with 2 gimmicks, the first of which is a mouth that will open for Berserker mode. Previously used to have to switch heads with the older model. Say ah! So the second action feature is posable toes for running. Unit 1 and 2 share the same articulation, so if you want to see it in detail, check out the Unit 2 review. The one thing I will point out is how the backpack attaches. Previously it used to be on the shoulder, but now there's a little tab coming at the back for the shoulder to attach to. There's two neck joints, one at the top attaching to the head and the other is attaching to the body. So the elbow joint can do a 180 and you have the standard Revoltech joint in the shoulder. Also the abdomen has a single Revoltech joint. So the leg goes forward and back, kicky action. It goes from side to side. There's also a double jointed knee and the foot is on a Revoltech joint and you've got the little bendy bit here at the end. Now the new movie brings with it a restyling of the Evangelions. Also the main chest plate has changed from a battle navy grey into a black. The arms lack some detail compared to the previous edition. Missing from the forearm are the words Eva 01 Test. Also the number of the Evas missing from the shoulder. The purple coating is now a glossy finish compared to the matte finish on the first movie edition, which makes Unit 1 a little more shiny. Now they've redesigned the hands on the new edition and they're smaller. This is done by removing the Revoltech joint. So previously there was more articulation in the hands, but the hands had to be bigger. So here we have the two Evangelions standing side by side. It's very easy to pick out the differences. The one on the right is the new movie edition and it looks much more scrawny compared to the old guy. Now aesthetically they're both pretty cool looking, but it's really a case of which style you prefer. We're not done yet. Two more Eva. Oh yeah! The F-Type is a completely different style to the other Evangelion units. Now obviously this guy looks pretty cool, but there's no way of comparing it to the new movie edition. It's probably from some side story in a manga somewhere, but I don't know much about it. The Bandai Spec XS01R could be considered the masterpiece line of the Evangelion figures. The Eva can be displayed either with or without the armour, and the number of individual parts included is incredible. With only minor part swapping, the head, hands and feet, the rest all attached directly to the figure. Also the leg armour is die-cast. If you can, this is the one to get, but at a little over 3 times the cost of the Revoltechs, it's quite expensive. I would recommend waiting for the XS13, which is due for release in December 2009 and will be based off the new movie edition. To see a full review, the link on the screen is to Actar's review of the Soul of Shogoken Evangelion Unit 1, which you see here. While there are 4 Evangelions on display, I'm going to disregard the F-Type, as that's a completely different figure. Of the 3 remaining Unit 1s I would recommend the Soul of Shogoken, but as previously stated it will be worth waiting for the XS13. Now finally for the 2 Revoltech figures, each has its own unique style which sets it apart enough that a direct comparison isn't possible. While they are both recognisable as Unit 1, that's about as far as the similarities go. The new movie edition is technically superior in construction, which you would expect. I still believe that, even taking into consideration the loss of articulation in the wrist, it being downgraded to a simple port and peg, this somewhat is offset by the new joint in the foot. While there is a new posable mouth, this is a throwaway addition that's nice but wouldn't be missed in my opinion. The only substantial difference is how the shoulder fins are mounted. For me the new Revoltech figures have the right approach in solving this problem. As previously any rotation of the upper arm was somewhat limited by the look of the shoulder fin, this is no longer the case. I really can't choose between the two as it comes down to an aesthetic choice. Both figures are true representation of the style of Unit 1 they are trying to portray. While the new movie edition's skinny wiry look gives it a scary, psychotic and somewhat more menacing appearance, I'm still more of a fan of the original. Also when the new edition is placed in a lineup of its brethren, its unique style sticks out. The actual Unit 1 figure I want is an amalgamation of the technical improvements of the new figure retrofitted to the original movie style. Well, I guess there's no pleasing some people. I think you'd be happy with either of these, so I recommend both. Now, if I was forced to have only one, I'd choose the new edition, but we're looking at a rounding error here in the difference. And here we have Eva's true form, as seen at the end of Evangelion 2.0, You Cannot Advance. So that was me, Wizartar, with another review saying Slàinte.